Throughout cinema's long and golden history, film has projected some classic pairings onto the silver screen, from Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers all the way to Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. Some acting partnerships seem to be perfect on screen, and participants enjoy great chemistry together. However, things are not always so harmonious on the set, and some film star duos are definitely not in tune with each other. For every tale of firm celebrity friendship, there is a darker story of stars who just could not see eye to eye. In fact, these 12 Tinseltown twinings found it impossible to even temporarily set aside their differences in order to light up the big screen together. Before we start, make sure you follow us by clicking on that like button below the video to get more sweet content from Animated Times. I'm Andrew Caravella. Find me on social, handle OnAirAndrew. Alright guys, let's go. First up, Emma Watson and Channing Tatum. This is The End. Like many former child stars before her, Emma Watson attempted to throw off a family-friendly image by appearing in more raunchy fare. With this in mind, the English actress signed up for the 2013 gross-out comedy This Is the End, little knowing it would culminate in naked dislike. However, co-star Channing Tatum's cheeky antics while filming the hit movie apparently made Watson instantly reconsider her decision to try out more, quote, mature material. According to the social media testimony of an extra known only as Courtney, the Hermione Granger actress was so distraught by the denuded sight of a thong-clad Tatum that she walked off set. Who can blame her, right? The bit player wrote on Tumblr. I mean, who even has a Tumblr anymore? She has a good image to uphold. Up next, Lena Headey and Jerome Flynn, Game of Thrones. Now, by all accounts, Lena Headey and Jerome Flynn used to get on well together, like really well. So much so that the English actors were even an item around the start of this century. However, the pair went through a bitter breakup in about 2003, which neither has quite forgotten, for it seems that X marks the spot for the couple these days. Currently, both Headey and Flynn are prime players in HBO's epic TV extravaganza, Game of Thrones, but the stars' lasting dislike for each other, spoiler alert, means that their characters, Cersei and Bronn, will not be sharing a scene together anytime soon. Up next, Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones in Batman Forever. With his larger-than-life persona, funny man Jim Carrey appears to be a hard man to hate. Nevertheless, Tommy Lee Jones, his villainous co-star on 95's Batman Forever, seemed to find a way, and the veteran actor did not seem much to laugh about on set. After an unhappy chance encounter in a restaurant during filming, the crotchety Jones made no attempt to hide his true feelings. Quote, "The blood drained from his face in such a way that I realized that I had become the face of his pain," end quote. That's Carrey, who recalled to broadcaster Howard Stern in 2014, and he said, "I cannot sanction your buffoonery." At number 4, Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams, The Notebook. Now, anyone who has ever seen The Notebook, and don't lie, you know you have, will attest to co-stars Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams' sizzling on-screen chemistry. Nonetheless, the end result was testament to the pair's acting abilities because in reality, they were said to be somewhat cold to each other when filming the 2004 romance. Speaking to VH1 a decade later, director Nick Cassavetes revealed that Gosling had even asked to shoot his intimate scenes with a different actress. Happily, however, it seemed that the troubled twosome were able to overcome their initial differences. After filming Wrapped, the actors playing Noah and Allie briefly became a couple in real life. Up next, Will Smith and Anthony Michael Hall, 6 Degrees of Separation. Not all cases of actors refusing to shoot simultaneously are motivated by on-set animosity. However, Will Smith, for example, got so squeamish about smooching with Anthony Michael Hall, his male co-star, in 1993's 6 Degrees of Separation that instead of puckering up, he backed out of the scene. Although a Smith stand-in was eventually used to pay lip service, nonetheless, the former Fresh Prince still went on to quickly regret his decision. He said, "It was very immature on my part." He told Entertainment Weekly that very same year. He also said, "I was thinking, how are my friends in Philly going to think about this?" Up next, Richard Gere and Sylvester Stallone, the Lords of Flatbush. In the overheated world of the film industry, sometimes it does not take much to get hot tempers blazing. Indeed, in the case of Richard Gere and Sylvester Stallone, all it took was a humble piece of roast chicken to make the actors fall foul, pardon the pun, of each in far-off distant days. In a Q&A with the Ain't It Cool News website in 2006, the Rocky icon took a swing at Gere for a heated incident from some 40 years ago. I wasn't even born yet. Apparently, Sly got splattered with some mustard from Gere's poultry lunch, which led to a fight between the future stars while filming the 1974's The Lords of Flatbush. In fact, the resulting feud was so fiery that Gere was told to cool it and got canned from the coming-of-age movie. Up next, Bill Murray and Lucy Liu, Charlie's Angels. Due to his immensely laid-back public persona, Bill Murray is always painted by the press as a really easy-going guy. However, on-set accounts of his behavior towards Charlie's Angels cohort Lucy Liu in 2000 paint a completely different portrait entirely. As claimed by scandal site DeRober, while filming the Female Investigation Team reboot, the veteran actor stopped mid-scene to quiz Liu on a question relating to the production. He said, "What in the hell are you doing here?" He allegedly asked, adding, for good measure, "You can't act." Whether apocryphal or not, perhaps this story explains why Murray was a no-show for the film's 2003 sequel. At number 8, always a fan favorite, Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel, The Fate of the Furious. Now on screen, the Fast and the Furious movie franchise is overflowing with excess testosterone, and unfortunately, it seems that sometimes the same can be said of the behind-the-scenes action, which has seen two of the macho stars of the series come to a fork in the road. After complaining on Instagram about his fellow actors behaving like candy asses, that's my best rock impression, around the set of The Fate of the Furious while filming in 2016, Dwayne Johnson confirmed that he did not shoot any scenes with fellow player Vin Diesel. He said, "Vin and I had a few discussions," The Rock admitted to Rolling Stone magazine in April 2018. "And what I came to realize," as The Rock went on to say, "is that we have a fundamental difference in philosophies." Coming in at number 9, Shia LaBeouf and Alec Baldwin, Orphans. As a dedicated method actor, Shia LaBeouf has bemused, baffled, and straight out annoyed many of his fellow thespians throughout his film career. Nevertheless, the Stanislavski fan might have pushed things a little too far when he worked with Alec Baldwin on the Broadway production Orphans in 2013. Following an angry tirade aimed at his more experienced co-star, LaBeouf was promptly fired. That being said, there appears to have been little animosity between the actors since. In fact, Baldwin emailed LaBeouf later that very same year to assure the Method Man, quote, "I don't have an unkind word to say about you," end quote. Up next, William Shatner and George Takei, Star Trek. Despite working together for some, 50 years, for a long time, Star Trek actors William Shatner and George Takei have fazed and stunned fans by putting the conversational shields up. Quote, "We do conventions and will cross paths," Takei told the Edmonton Journal newspaper in 2017 about their ongoing standoff. "I'll say, 'Morning, Bill,' and he'll say, 'Morning, George,' and that's it." But 9 years before, Takei had offered Shatner an olive branch via an invitation for the Sulu actor's wedding to Brad Altman. Nevertheless, Shatner failed to beam himself down for the happy occasion. Perhaps he forgot to write it in his captain's log. And last but not least, Wesley Snipes and, well, the rest of the cast of Blade Trinity. Now, so we all expect a little diva behavior from our top stars, but it seems Wesley Snipes cut out a whole new reputation for himself while filming 2004's Blade Trinity. In a blunt 2012 interview with online magazine The AV Club, supporting player Patton Oswalt alleged that an unprofessional Snipes wasted hours of production time huffing marijuana in his trailer. Moreover, Oswalt said that the blazed Blade only agreed to emerge from his private smoking den for close-ups, meaning that scenes involving other actors had to be completed using stand-in actors. Now, if that was not enough, Snipes was even said to have attempted to throttle director David Goyer. Yeesh, no wonder they did not have it in them to make a sequel. And that's our list. So which of these stories surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you haven't already liked our page, go ahead and like and share this video. And if you did like what you saw, you can always check out more awesome content on our page. I'm Andrew Caravella. You can follow me on social media, handle OnAirAndrew. And as always, thanks for watching.